Hey chickadees, I wanted to run through real quick what I do immediately after a party. So you have a better understanding on like, okay, you went to a party, it was great, now you have all these orders, and what do you do? So this is how I run this town. Just kidding, this is how I do my after parties. So let's say so I did have a party on Wednesday. So when I get home, I have my customer connection cards and I have my order forms. So my order forms have all people's information, any additional payment information, anything fun like that. So the first thing I do, sometimes if I'm feeling antsy, I'll do it in the car, is I will pull up our app, the COO app that's available to us on our phones, and I will click the button and go to parties. So then I will open my upcoming parties. We'll see if it lets me open. It may not. It might take a little bit. But anyways, you can go ahead and if you already entered your party into the COO, just that it's an upcoming party, you can go in and type in what your sales were, what your discounts were, what the hostess gift was, and it'll tell you exactly how much you made that night. So a huge reason for a lot of girls to get out of the business is they have no idea how much they're actually making at these parties. So this app actually does a great job of tracking that for you. I'm a little old school, so I actually have it in a spreadsheet that I do at home too, and that helps break it down. So let me see if I can pull that up for you really quick. Select. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really fun. So here is my spreadsheet. So I already put these in for this Wednesday's party. So you'll see that I've got my hostess date, all that kind of fun stuff. This is how I keep my tally of if my party is booked versus if it actually held, what everybody ordered, my discount, any additional discounts, this is like a running, what my profit is, what my total product order, and then that all comes over to this big button at the end. So right now I can see, that I've earned that much so far this month. So that's basically the same thing that the Party Profit app does. So stop share, get it back to me. So I put that in so then I can see how much I've actually earned. Then I'm going to take all my customer connection cards and put them in a separate spreadsheet. I do this so I can easily import my contacts into the media center or into the COO twice a month. So I'll pull up that spreadsheet for you guys to see. Boom. And boom. So you will see this craziness. So this is a spreadsheet that just kind of goes on and on and on until I usually import it at the end of the month and mid-month. So this has all of my parties or the people that I've met. These are the dates that I've met them. So and it's just basic information. So we have last name, first name, address, city, state, zip, phone, email, the day I meet them, their birthday, anniversaries, if it collects, and then the group that they're in. Now this is really important. The reason I make sure I tag what group they're in is so that when I import them into the COO, it automatically sorts them for me and tags them into these groups. So by default, everybody's going to be in the all category because that's how I'm going to build my big fat all database, and that's where my newsletter goes out to monthly. Then I'm going to break people out by recruits, if they're a potential, what state they're in, customers have their own group, hostesses, and then their birthday month. If it's a special event, like say this person lives in Ohio, so they're going to go into a potential other group for recruits and hostesses. That just means that if I go to Ohio for a training, I might want to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to be in Ohio. Do you want to do a party with me while I'm in town? And that way they're not getting all my last minute party dates available in Greenville, South Carolina emails that might go out. If it was a special event, then I'll have that categorized like Magic Mike. You can see this kind of pulled from some of the other things. So maybe it's not on here. So Magic Mike people that came to the Magic Mike event are in a group. Anyone I met at wedding festivals is in a group. So that is the spreadsheet that I put people in after every party, and then twice a month I upload that into the COO. So now I've got their information just at a click of a button. Now what I do is I go through my inventory list. So at the parties, I will take a person's order, like this girl, I took her order. She wanted 3 things, but then she really only wanted 1. She wanted to put a ring on it. There's all of her money information, and she's received it. Now, if, say, she had a back order like this girl did, I'll write that she had a back order for a blindfold. When I get home, I'm going to pink tag that order form. So when I file it, it's easy to find my back orders, and I know exactly where to flip to when my next shipment comes in. So I know what to order because I have a spreadsheet for my inventory. Imagine that. So let me show you that spreadsheet. So I place an order every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks on a Sunday. I just got in the habit that works for me. Then I know my shipment comes on Wednesday, and I'm always home on Wednesdays to receive my order, and then we pack everything up, label everything, stick everything, send out back orders on Thursdays. So that's just the process that works for me. I definitely encourage you to find one that works for you. So this is a spreadsheet that I got off the COO a couple million years ago, and then I've just been updating it as we go. So when I go through, and let's go through this hostess's order. So she ordered a kiss. So I'm going to scroll down to kiss, and she wanted it in the love story. So there's kiss, love story, and I'm just going to put a 1 over there because it looks like I've already got it in stock. You can see I had 3 in stock. So this is what people actually bought at the party. It goes in this column. This column are my frequent shoppers. This is what I need to make sure I'm stocked up on. 6 is a benchmark because it comes in a 6-pack. I'm going to make sure I order it in the 6-pack. And then I highlight it yellow when I get less than 3. So 3 or less, I highlight it yellow so that it quickly catches my eye, knowing that I need to order that because that's a good seller for me. So she also wanted a Just Like Me. So we'll scroll down to the lube section, and we'll put a Just Like Me. So because at this point in the week, I've sold 2 Just Like Me's, we'll put 2 there. And that way I know out of the 6 that I had, I really only have 4. So if I sell a couple more, I'm going to have to highlight that 6. She wanted a Full Bloom and a Playmate, which are up here in the blush collection. So Playmate, 1. And oh, look, a Full Bloom. I don't have that in stock. So that's one of those items that was back ordered for her. So I actually sold 2 this week. So I put 2 right in this column, and then again, I highlighted this column that this is something that I need to make sure I stock up on with my next order. So again, 1, if it's not highlighted, then I'm just going to deduct it out of my inventory. 2 is, or when it's highlighted yellow in this column, that just means that I have to make sure that I order it with my next order, and they know that too. And then it looks like the date night game is the same thing. So the date night game, yep, she ordered 1 of those, so I highlighted it in yellow. So again, I made sure I put the pink tag. So I know she's got a couple back ordered items. And then let me stop sharing this so you guys can get back to my big face. Boom. Then once I've gone through all the orders from the party, put them all in the inventory sheet, then I put them in my folder. So here is my party notebook. All right. So inside my party notebook, this is 6 months at a time. So I don't have a label on that side yet, but I will soon. But you can see all the other ones over here. So 6 months at a time go in a folder. I have all these separated by month. And this, again, is just something that worked for me. And I do the most recent month first. So this is going to technically start in December of 2015. That just means I'm not flipping through this many order forms every single time I do a party if I had December at the end. So that's just more of an ease of use. So then I would flip this to October's tab, and I'd find, oh my gosh, this is gonna be fun. She's probably behind all of these parties that have tags for back orders. Oop, and I think this is actually her party because she got an online order. So then I would just pop open, file her in here. Whee, so the tags you see stick out, boom. And then close up my notebook. But before I do that, I have postcards. So one of my follow-up things that I do, obviously, okay, so I've entered all the contact information into the database. The next thing I do is I take these and I check out the survey on the back. So let's say, like this girl, she circled, boom, She is an 8 for hosting a party and a 3 for finding out more about the opportunity. So anyone that circles a 3 or above for finding out the opportunity, I'm going to send them a follow-up email the night of the party. So thanking them for coming to the party. It's just got some frequently asked questions. The opportunity brochure and e-version of that is in there, even though they got one physically at the party. It's always good to have a follow-up one. And a current kit sale flyer, also a kit breakdown. So what comes in all 3 of the kits and the current kit sale flyer is also on the email. Then after I'm done emailing all my potential new recruits, I send everybody a postcard. So this is like a party recap postcard. I've got 2 versions. I've got one for my customers and one for my hostesses. So I actually just redesigned these. So they're gonna look kind of like cheesy, but they're gonna look a whole lot better when my new ones come in. So this is the one I send to my customers. It just says, thank you for shopping, all my contact information. And then on the back, it says, as a party guest, you saved. So if there was a discount on their order, say they bought 2 hot hearts and I took $5 off, then I'd say you saved $5. Or if they got a 10% off a Come Clean, your hostess got a free gift, and I write down. So at this party, I was giving away the Escape Botanical Bliss. So anytime we have a new product launch, I give away one of the new products. Her hostess credit was, and so that's going to be whatever she saved total on her order. And then I always put my salary. I round it up to the nearest $25 amount because they don't really care about cents. So if it was, so let's just say my Wednesday party, I think I earned $200 something. Yeah, $208. So I'm just going to say I earned $200 that night. Boom, I'm going to write that right there. And then if there's anything that's back ordered, then I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put it right in there, and then I'm going to put their information, stick a stamp on, pop it in the mail. So I do that after every single party. If it's something where I know the order is coming in, like my shipment is coming in a couple of days, I'm going to hold on to any back-ordered items and just slide this into what I mail out to them. But then again, if there's something that, you know, rendezvous, if I knew that was going to be on corporate back order for a really long time, I just write it there, and that's cool. And then at the bottom it says, need more money. An average family can be saved from bankruptcy with an extra $300 a month. You can earn that and more in just 4 hours. Pure Romance by Megan is now hiring full-time, part-time consultants. So that's just a little snippet of, you know, I just earned $200. An average family is only $300 away from bankruptcy. So that's pretty awesome that I can do that in a night. So that's what I give to all of my people that came to the party, and then the hostess gets one too. This is also her like lifetime discount coupon. I know she might throw this away. That's why I've got her in a special little hostess bucket in my world. Again, contact information, but then it's a party wrap up. So total sales at her party, number of shoppers, right? She may have had 11 people there, but if only 4 bought, I want her to know that 4 people spent $700. Your personal order, the full value, including shipping and tax, what she paid. So that's going to be minus her hostess credit. All the money she saved goes right here, and again, you could have earned $200. Then that same little blip about average $300. So I make sure to pop this in with the hostesses, any back orders, or I put this in with her thank you note at the end of the month. There are a lot of you on this team that have commented that after getting this, after the party we met at, and they saw how much money that I made, that was kind of a real motivator. So I make sure to always follow up with these. And yeah, I'm getting low, so I redesigned them so they're a little bit more sleek and a little less like, ooh. So that's cool. Okay, then what I do, well, I don't do that, my assistant does it, is after the party's closed about once a week or so, I have my assistant go through and all the order forms, she goes into the party physically on the COO on the computer and enters in all that information. So if Sally got this, she puts it all in. And if Elizabeth got this, Elizabeth, all her stuff goes in. All the math goes in, everybody paid, and then we can close that party out. So then it reports it up to corporate, and they know that, you know, Megan kicked ass this month, or Megan really needs to get better this month, you know, because it's hit or miss. And then the very last thing I do is Facebook message. Even though I'm having people like my Pure Romance Facebook page at the party, I always send a follow-up message just to thank them again on Facebook, encouraging them to like my page. Not my personal profile, but my page, just because my personal profile, as some of you guys know, it maxes at 5,000 friends. And I use that to correspond with like my friends and family and kind of see what's happening. So that I don't really run my business from my Facebook page. So I'd rather them check out my business Facebook page. And then I file my customer connection cards. So I make sure I've got the right date. I make sure I've got the right hostess on them. And I make sure I've got all the information off of there that I need before I file it away. And if you want to check out Ashley Livermore's follow-up system and how she files her customer connection cards, that's actually something I'm planning on implementing here in the next couple months. So be on the lookout for that. If you're like, what do I do with these now? Because they're a wealth of information. That's just a really great way to be able to follow up with your customers. I think that's pretty much everything I do after a party. It might sound like a lot, but I really just kind of knock it out in an hour. So maybe an hour of back-end paperwork, and then Cindy puts, you know, she'll do like 3 or 5 parties at a time, depending on what the week was. She'll just knock all those out in the morning, making sure everybody's orders are assigned to them. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.